Good morning. Today is a good day. It's Friday morning. So I'm walking the dogs. I just got out with my coffee and I'm walking the dogs and I'm thinking about that whatever is in your outer world is a reflection of what is going on in your inner world. So if your outer world is um, is not where you want it to be, then it is because something on your inside is off. So the outer world is a combined reflection of whatever is going on in your inner world. So if you are in your inner world, um, you could say, but how could that be? Because I want this and I want that, and there is then possibly you could check and see if you have conflicting beliefs. So if you want your outer world to be in a certain way and it's not that way, it is because something in your beliefs don't believe that you are deserving or that that is attainable, or there could be conflicting beliefs. So, in one way, you believe that you deserve everything that you want and everything that you desire, but then something at the base level and deep inside, and the beliefs that are in your subconscious are not allowing that to occur. Now, these are also combined beliefs. So, um, it could be that you have conflicting beliefs, and that would make conflicting situations also in your outside world, but also in your inside world. It would give you like make your world feel out of beat, or you could keep getting into situations that you don't know how you keep on getting into these situations, or situations that you don't like or that make you feel bad, or or that feel like you don't want this in your life, but something in the inner world is allowing this to exist with you. Something in your vibration is vibrating these situations and these people and allowing these things to exist within your life. It's all about vibration. You're vibing something. Now, if we have conflicting beliefs inside of us, then this makes for a very like, the word in Hebrew is mebulbal, like it makes your life incomprehensible, like things keep coming in and seeming off, or like you're not in complete control. So I'm thinking about doing this about the inner work that I'm doing, and that's something that also my guide, my twin, my guide, my told me, is that the most important thing is to do the inner work. And I understand this because when we do the inner work, then the outer has to come into sync with with who we are. There is no gap, there is no separation between us and the universe. So, whatever we are fully in belief and understanding that we are vibrating out, and that is what has to come in and surround us. See, uh, we think that we are separate from this world. That's our ego mind, that which serves a purpose, and it's a high purpose. It allows us to experience this life and to expand as an individual. At the same time, if you look, when we are going like even if we move our hand, that we are surrounded. It's like being in water. If we could see all the particles in the air, then we would see that we are not alone. There is no gap between us and everything that is around us. I'm sitting on this stone, and there is no separation. um so everything that whenever, even if we just walk from one place to another, we are touching this physical world, and what is around us is what we are allowing and vibing into our world. Um, and you can see this in the simplest of things. Uh, for instance, I'm sitting here in Galilee looking over this view. something in me, and this exists in my world, and for many of you that are watching, this doesn't exist. You have a complete different reality than my reality. So what creates my reality and what creates your reality? So my reality creates the belief, a strong enough belief that I am, that this is where I belong and this is my life and this is what I am deserving of. And quite possibly people that are watching this don't have, well, quite possibly don't have the belief that I believe. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not putting any kind of judgment on it. I'm just saying that in my life and the belief system that I have, this is where I belong. Now, it could be that in my mind, I want to be somewhere else. I would like to have, okay, so I'm going out here and saying something that is actually personal. I would like to have a piece of land that I could put a little house on and I could grow my own fruits and vegetables and make a little paradise for myself. But something in me, but that isn't the situation. See, the situation is that I'm living in a rented house, and so something in my belief system, even though that is what I want, and there are people around here that do have that. This piece of land over here belongs to somebody. This piece of land here belongs to somebody. Look, see this piece of land right here? It belongs to somebody and they're not doing anything with it. And so it's funny that somebody that and in my book I could say, oh, they're unappreciative, because they have exactly what I would want, and if I had it I would do this and I would do that and I would but something in my vibration or my belief isn't corresponding with allowing me to actually manifest that in my life at this point. So if I change my inner belief to a place of complete expectation, see, that's kind of tricky because expectation, there's a couple of different ways to look at expectation. It's a paradox of sort. When you completely expect something to be and there is no other way, it's like you're vibing it into being, into existence. But if you don't, see, this is kind of tricky because at the same time that you have expectation, the expectation is also a limiter. Because if you expect something to be, then you lose out on what is. Many times you lose out on opportunities when you're trying to expect something to be a certain way that you want it to be. So it's kind of tricky, but there is a way of looking at it to where it is the two ways. So I'm going to sum this up. So when we do the inner work, the outer work is a byproduct of what our inner self is. Our outer world is a combined picture of all of our beliefs on the inside. And many of our beliefs are contradictory. And that is why we need to go in. We need the inner work is more important than the outer work. When we do the inner work, the outer has to fall into place alongside us. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love and ending up this video right here. It's a good morning. It's a good day.